Here we are with another vid on Field of Play TV. Today we're going to chop it up about some nominations that we got this week. Obviously it's coming to the end of the season. Some teams got 2 games, some teams got 1 game left. But next weekend is the finale of the 21-22 season. So it's only right to get our thoughts on the nominations, which was the player of the season, the young player of the season, and the manager of the season. And then obviously to wrap it up, we'll give our thoughts on our team of the season. So yeah, bro, straight into it. First, how about you, T4 here with me?
Come on, man.
But yeah,
nearly forgot.
yeah, man. So yeah, your thoughts. We'll start with player of the season. That's obviously the biggest one. Your thoughts on the nominees.
So what's the nominees? Remind me.
We got Trent Alexander-Arnold, Jarrod Bowen, João Cancelo, Kevin De Bruyne, Bukayo Saka, Mohamed Salah, Heung-min Son, and James Ward-Prowse.
It's funny you left Ward-Prowse last.
That was
'Cause
the,
I don't
that
know
was
if
the
they-
order it was in.
Because I don't know if they put him in there, squeezed him in there,
Well, you don't
put him
agree with
last,
that one.
and put him last so that no one will notice.
Well, you disagree with that one.
Shouldn't be anywhere near there.
No, I agree.
Shouldn't be anywhere
I
near
get
that.
I get the you know when some people just don't want to fill it out with all the top players and all of that.
But there's other players.
No, I know. But outside of the top 6, is there?
Outside of the top 6.
Yeah.
Are you including Arsenal? in the
Yeah,
top
yeah,
6?
all of them, even United. So outside of them top teams, yeah, is there really? Was there someone better than James Ward-Prowse off the top of your head? That not that I'm disagreeing with you, but obviously, sometimes you get the sense that they don't just want to fill it out with City and Liverpool players, innit?
Yeah. I get you, but
you,
I feel like
it's not strong enough.
yeah, man. What? Strong enough? He shouldn't be there, bro. It's laughable.
Yeah, literally.
Bro, how many man are on it?
8.
So there's 8 man.
8.
So there's 8 man. And you're telling me they had
Of the
to
top
force.
8 was James Ward-Prowse. Yeah, I agree with you.
You're telling me
right.
you had to put him in there, bro. You should put 7. You see what I'm trying to say? It's not. Is it by force that you have to put 8 man?
Do you agree with the rest?
I agree with it, but I feel like Saka for player of the season. I don't know, man. I feel like there's a lot of players that.
I disagree with 3.
Is it?
I disagree with 3. I disagree with João Cancelo, Bukayo Saka, and James Ward-Prowse.
Why do you disagree with Cancelo?
I just think there's been 3 better players than those 3.
No,
That's
no,
just the straight answer. That's just my answer.
So, but what are you saying for Cancelo though? I want to know about Cancelo because I don't agree with Saka and Prowse either. You get it?
With Cancelo, great. He's been great. He's but there is. I think he rides a lot of like it's João Cancelo. It's like I think he gets away with a lot of murder.
I agree.
Yeah.
No.
No. I thought you were gonna get onto me there.
No. Because I still believe he should be there.
I
But
think
that's just a, sorry to cut you off quickly. That's just a shortage of how much good fullbacks there are on the left, which he's predominantly been playing. So for him not to be in there, I feel like he's been better than every single left player that's played left back this season, innit? But with Cancelo, bro, I was having a conversation with my guys like I think a week ago. I've been saying it, to be fair, a lot of the times. Cancelo gets away for his lack of defensive capabilities because City predominantly keep the ball.
He's another. I think Trent's better than him going forward, but he's Trent going back the other way. In my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think he's.
I
think he's as bad as Trent going defensively, or you think they're the same?
Close. Trent's poor. Trent's poor going the other way. But
yeah.
Cancelo, I don't think Cancelo's as bad, but it's not something to scream and shout about, in my opinion. The difference ain't that
Yeah, bro. I'm not convinced with Cancelo.
But I feel like
bro.
Trent.
Every time someone is going at Cancelo, oh my days! It's not even like he has like he out muscles them, or he gets in before, bro. He's just always running back. He's just always running back.
There's so many times where I've caught him.
Yeah, caught off. Like,
he's holding. The rest, the other three are holding the line, and he's not.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, so it's like. But with Trent, the reason I don't disagree with Trent is because I feel like Trent going forward this season has been he set a level. And he somehow found. Yeah, he somehow found. There was one pass he played yesterday in the cup final.
Bro, when I saw it, bro, I was like, "What is this guy doing? What is wrong with you? Like, what's actually wrong?"
To the point where you're like, okay, if you're gonna be that bad defensively, you have to be outrageous going forward, and he is. And he is.
But he's actually no. Quickly on Trent.
No, yeah, go on,
bro. You know when you want to dislike a player so much, like, because that whole Liverpool team is like. What Klopp's built there, it's been a madness, isn't it? But you only know it's mad when you want to not like so many of the players, but it's difficult. Do you get what I mean by that?
It is difficult.
So, for example, with Trent, he's so bad. I won't say so bad because he's not the best defensively. I'll say that, innit? Cool. But
it does.
But it's like.
It has to improve though.
100%.
Because there's at times where I'm like, there's no way.
But he gets catered for, so it's never going to be a thing where... Because Henderson's always there.
Did you see there was the trophies he's won? You can't chat for my man. You can't chat for my man.
He's cleared it at 23. But this is what I'm trying to say.
He's only got the charity shield left. The charity shield.
That they're booked in.
They booked it in already.
They booked it in, yeah. So like we're saying with Trent, yeah, in terms of not liking players, as another fan, it's hard to dislike someone like Trent, bro.
That's what I said with Salah.
You get it. Mane. It's like, how can you ridicule that
Van Dijk,
that much brilliance?
And then even the Thiagos, even Hendersons, the Matips, like, bro, it's just. And then Van Dijk was off the pitch yesterday. Salah was off injured. Matip, Jota, Konate.
Came in, you would have, bro. Konate. What did we say about him? The guy's a tank.
There was a stat yesterday. He hasn't lost a game.
Bro, the guy's a tank, bro.
He hasn't lost a game this season.
Called on him so many times. Reliable, but nah, cool. So with the obviously back on track in it.
Do you? My question was, yeah. Obviously, we can disagree all day long, but do you have
someone that should have been there over those three?
Because it will be. I think it will be Ronaldo. A bit. You said you disagreed with 2 or 3.
I disagree with Prowse and I disagree with Prowse 100%. He shouldn't be there at all. Like, I feel like even if you done a poll, he's not there. Bro, he's not there, bro.
No, I agree.
With Saka, I think Young Player of the Year is enough. Like, why are you trying to boost him up?
Personally, I'm just gonna say I feel like my 3 I would have had there was Ronaldo,
of course. Which is ludicrous why he's not.
Ronaldo, yeah.
What's Ronaldo not there for?
I agree.
18 goals in this league and this United team.
The most player of the months, I think, this season.
Do you get it? Bro, Premier League anyways. This is what they do.
Alisson, on a personal level, I think, like I said with Trent, he set a level and he somehow... 20 clean sheets, I think it is. They played 36 games. It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. And he even yesterday kept them in the game, bro. That's what great goalkeepers do. But I'm not just saying it because he plays for Liverpool. Because Ederson, I think, has 20 clean sheets as well. But it's just the big saves, the big moments. Like, Ederson's been mad flaky this season. And Alisson was flaky last season. Flaky. Remember the game at Anfield against City where he gave like 3 goals away.
That's what I was just gonna say.
And but to come back and now he's back. He's the best for me, the best goalkeeper in the world, by a country mile. And I feel like he's gonna up another level. And I've gone Robertson instead of Cancelo for me because I just feel like he just goes under the radar because he just does his job, goes home, and I'm not saying he does his job and it's just a job. I'll touch on him later because he's in my team of the season. But yeah, I would have swapped Cancelo for Robertson.
Nah, not for me still. Just because I feel like Cancelo's, because Trent's on a different scale, I feel like if Trent wasn't doing what he was doing, Cancelo will get some flout. You know what I mean? But Cancelo ain't been that good going for. He's been. You know what I mean? He's been good. He's been class. But Trent has just ran away with it still for me. But I don't feel like it's enough to take Cancelo out of the team of the season.
Fair.
Still, 100%.
It's not for me to.
I feel like
rebuttal it still.
I feel like it would have been more fair if you removed Robertson. I mean, sorry. So for Ward Prowse, who you say who?
No, Ronaldo, Alisson, and Robertson.
Yeah, so I feel like Saka. That's who you should have been removing.
No, because I disagreed with 3 innit, and I had the other 3, and I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, it's 2 Liverpool players. I just feel like they've been worlds apart from everyone else. So I need to go off player of the season. They're gonna do a 90-point season again with City. They're literally gonna be a point apart. They've been the best 2 teams in the league by a country mile. If I'm gonna include them, and Robertson and Trent is probably
what? No case for Bernardo.
He's been good. He's been very.
I'm talking about the consistency, because everyone was saying he was good. I saw it on Twitter. Remember, there was a point in the season people were saying Bernardo for player of the season. It was him and Salah. Then he stopped scoring the goals and assists. Then people started to forget about his performance levels. You see what I'm trying to say?
That's the problem. Mine was more because I saw Cancelo. So it was more like a direct. Just because I think the other left back at Liverpool's better. That's why I went, you know what? That's why I swapped. But it could have been Bernardo. It could have been Rodri. They're top of the league as well. And Liverpool have ran them close again, and they're still. I think I said it a few weeks ago. Remember when we were doing the predictions? I'm like, bro. If Liverpool need to win the league, they have to get 100 points. It's mad, but
it's very weird for me that Declan isn't in a player.
You've done me there.
It's very weird for me.
Sorry, you've done me there. Right. I'll go Rice instead of Robertson.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. It's very weird for me. Even me, bro. That's another name. That's my point though on why you can never ever put. How can Ward-Prowse be there? But
100. Yeah, ridiculous. No, but that's what I mean. There's just so many names for, like, if you said, like, I've just changed my mind now because it slipped my mind. Deckers instead of Robbo. I would have never gone, no, you're chatting rubbish. I'll be like, alright, because that's your opinion. But when you put Ward-Prowse, Bukayo's done well, but again, not enough for me to say the top 8 players of the leagues this season, because that's how you have to put it. You're telling me James Ward-Prowse, Bukayo Saka, João Cancelo, in my opinion, have been the top 8 players in the Premier League this season? When you put it that way, I think it's ridiculous, to be honest with you.
It is. Not for Cancelo for me, but for the other 2, it's ridiculous. Because, bro, we could have been naming other players in the Liverpool and City team.
But talking of Saka, not to move away, not to move away from him,
and not to burst his bubble, because
you said his place in the young player of the season.
Yeah.
For me, I disagreed with 3 in the player, but with the young player, I think it's pretty
even.
I think. So
list it.
I agree with it. So obviously it's Trent, Foden, Gallagher, Mitchell, Mount, Ramsdale, Rice, and Saka.
Yeah.
I agree with all of them but one.
Who?
But I'll let you take the wheel with that one because you mentioned it earlier. For me, with I don't know who you wanted to replace it with, but you mentioned the other Arsenal young G.
Oh yeah. Smith Rowe. He's got I think 10 goals.
Yeah, he's got
in the league.
Goals.
So he's got 10 goals in the league, 2 assists. I feel like he's gone under the radar. Arteta's been benching him for Martinelli a lot, but when he's played, more often than not, he's performed. I think there's a stat going around where Martinelli hasn't scored. He scored 1 goal in his last however many. It's a ridiculous stat, isn't it? But then when you look on the other end of the spectrum and see what Smith Rowe brings, it's like, why is he getting benched more than he is? You know what I mean?
And I was very surprised about that goal tally still. I didn't know.
Who
Saka's got 11.
And 6 assists.
And Smith Rowe's got 10. And he's not played every game of the season, pretty much, innit? So
he was injured as well.
So I agreed with that when you mentioned it earlier. And I'm replacing him with Tyrick Mitchell. Because I was surprised when I saw Mitchell. Not because he got an England call up. He's been
L4.
I disagree with Tyrick Mitchell just because I feel like it's not even. I don't think he's been at the level of his centre back partner.
Gay.
It's not centre back partner, but the guy next to him.
Yeah.
In Mark Gay.
Yeah.
So that surprised me in itself. So I would have gone Gay in that direct replacement or Smith Rowe. Either or for me instead of Tyrick Mitchell would have made more sense. But the other 7, I can't disagree still.
Chatting about Rice then. Obviously Rice is there. Obviously he didn't get and that's why
he should be in both like Trent.
That's why the nominations kind of just it startles me because it's like you put Saka. There's no need as well to force Saka in the player of the season, you know. Like, he's a good run for his money in the young. You know what I mean? He's cemented there. You know what I mean? He ain't moving. Why are you putting him in player when Rice ain't there and Rice has had an unbelievable season? You know what I'm trying to say? In that West Ham team. So, I don't know, innit? It's a weird one for me still that Saka's in both. And Saka...
Because for me, Trent's in both. And Saka's in both. That's it.
Is it?
So for me, obviously if you're young enough, you get to be in the young player of the season. But for me, that's someone who has been... So you're good enough for the young player, but then you've been so good...
That we can't even
leave you out of the player. So you are up for nomination to win.
You're basically top 5. You're basically top. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
if you're in the,
I agree. But the way I saw it is that you are up for nomination to stand in that picture at the end of the season with both awards. That's what it screams to me. And I don't think Saka's had a season deserving of that. Even though the unlikelihood of that happening is crazy, there's potential for it to happen. And I don't think his season has been... He's been very good, but I don't think his season has been that good for me to go, you could have both. So, like you said earlier, I think young player was more than enough for Bukayo still. But the rest of it, Mark Gay, Smith Rowe, but that's about it. So moving on, manager. I was surprised by a few.
Let me just start. Thomas Frank.
So wait. Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, Eddie Howe, Thomas Frank, and Patrick Vieira.
Thomas Frank. I've got one question for you, mate.
Come on, you can't start on Thomas Frank.
Of course, right.
Look at Brentford's side.
Bro, I know, but he's just. So
who would you?
Just shouldn't be
Eddie
there.
Eddie Howe doesn't sit right with me because he's 6 months. I hear why, but it don't sit right with me. It don't sit right with me. I might as well put Luis Diaz in the player of the season then, if that's what we're doing.
That's what you're saying.
If that's what we're doing, I'll put Luis Diaz in the player of the season.
Eddie Howe's a tough one though, because it's like, at the end of the day,
I think when he took over, they had 7 points. No, don't get me wrong. I hear it, but it just doesn't sit right with...
Who else then?
David Moyes. I don't know how David Moyes in there.
Yeah. That's a weird one for me as well. But then you're saying David Moyes instead of Eddie Howe, bro. What were you saying about Thomas Frank? So you're basically telling me that that's the first name that you're interchanging for.
So my problem here is I don't necessarily... It don't sit right with me, but I won't necessarily take Eddie Howe out of the equation. I just don't think it's... But I do fully understand, because taking it over, buying how many players he bought and making that work, And they've had they're like second or third in terms of.
Yeah, bro, they're doing a madness.
So for me to remove him, because I was certain they were going down, certain.
We all was though.
And they're not even anywhere near.
Bro, they're gunning for top half, brother.
Thomas Frank, I look at his counterparts in Norwich and Watford. They were the two that got promoted, innit? Would I sit here and say Brentford's team is miles, maybe Norwich better, miles better than Watford's side? And them two stank the gaff up, bro. Today who got slapped 5-1 today by Leicester?
Watford.
Norwich, I don't know if they grabbed the result, but they were always going down. So I hear your sentiment, but for me, I won't remove him, you know?
He's getting removed.
I won't remove Thomas Frank.
Listen.
As much as he hates United.
You ain't, okay, there's been many managers that have kept teams up.
So who do you disagree with there?
Thomas Frank and Pat.
And who would you replace them with?
David Moyes and Mikel Arteta. Yeah? Yeah?
Mikel Arteta.
Super, what's the chant? We got super Mikel Arteta. Something like that. Listen.
Raw.
I don't rate him that highly, but for what he's done this season, off the back of coming 8th placed twice, yeah? He came 8th place twice in a season. 8th place, twice in a season. Sorry, back to back. And everyone did not even have Arsenal on their top 6 list, bro. Go and check your predictions.
But for me, that has more to do with
Go on.
For me,
you're gonna say it has more to do with us.
The other two clowns, yeah.
Yeah, but bro, you can only beat what's in front of you.
You can only beat what's in front of you.
For example, when Oli came 2nd and 3rd, I don't care if Liverpool had injuries. I don't care about the state of the league, bro. At the end of the day, in 10 years, are we gonna remember? Is it gonna be on our minds? Oh yeah, Oli came 2nd and 3rd because Liverpool had injuries.
No, but I'm going. I know. But I'm not talking about 10 years time. I'm talking at the state of the season. I feel personally they have a very good side, in my opinion.
You know they're who?
Arsenal.
Very good.
I really like. I really like their 11.
They're 11. They're 11.
We're talking, but they've not. Have they played Champions League football?
Yeah, but
have they played Europa League football?
Their injuries are what's restricted them for getting more points, in my opinion.
So for me,
go on. What are you saying to that? What I just said.
So what? I feel like they've got a very good side.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm going away and I'm saying they need a centre mid, a striker.
What are they competing for?
I think they could do it. They'll do a little something.
What's a something?
No one's getting close to Liverpool or City.
What's a something?
3rd. They're even close to it now. They're close to it now.
But then isn't your point about the state of the season?
It is the state of the season.
Chelsea.
So for example,
United.
Chelsea are 3rd, and Tottenham and United, for me, are teams. Yeah, are better than Arsenal.
They're 5th, not right now, by the way, but go on.
Who?
Arsenal.
Yeah. But for me, I feel like you look at Spurs' side with Son, Kane. You look at United's side at the start of the season. You're going. That's why people were saying 6th place. I mean, top 4. You're mad. But and again, the people asking for him to get sacked and all of that malarkey. I don't understand personally, because like you said, I feel like he's done a good job. He has finished, like you said, back-to-back 8th in 2 seasons in a row. And to come in here, I just feel like if...
Do you know what?
You know what it was? You know what it is? I don't necessarily disagree with what you're saying. So it's not like I'm going to go crazy at the fact that you've put him on the nominees, personally. But for me, I'll put more...
Thomas Frank should be ahead of him. the nominees.
I'll put Thomas Frank still.
Oh my days!
I'll have Thomas.
They're on the brink of top 4. Yes, you can say all of that stuff about their squad and all of this stuff, but think about the start of the season. Think about expectations. Think about what all Arsenal fans would have bitten your fingers off for. Just think about it. And he's doing it. Yeah, they might miss out. Just miss out. But they're projected.
And that is another thing.
Of course it is. But even them coming 5th, I might have a different conversation. Yeah, I might have a different conversation. But you're on the brink of top 4. You're projected. You're predicted to gain more than 70 points. This Arsenal team.
But when you say this Arsenal team,
I don't rate that Arsenal team as much as you rate it. I don't.
Okay, but I do.
So you even saying 3 players and then we're thinking
it's not even 3 for me, 2.
Yeah, that is ludicrous to me, brother. Like genuinely ludicrous. Genuinely ludicrous. They have benefited.
So. I don't think so. If they get for me,
as much as I rate Arteta, in terms of what he's done this season, I still don't believe their team is cut up for it. I feel like what you're even saying, that's why I feel like you're catering into my hands, because you saying the league in regards to United and Spurs being dead rubber.
Because they should, but they
they shouldn't be anywhere near it.
No. But the way, because you're praising Mikel Arteta. Yeah. But when we look at United, this is the worst ever United team ever.
And we're on 58 points.
Yeah.
Arsenal are projected to hit over 70.
No. I'm not disagreeing with that, bro. But I'm saying finishing above that. And this Spurs side who Santos stank the gaff out, all of that with, and then Conte to start with dropped so many points. They lost to Brighton. They're giving them chances back again. It's been back foot, and we've been for me, like I said, it's been the worst United team ever in the Premier League. And then Spurs have been, for me, apart from the last few weeks where they've patterned up, have not been great either. And then we go, okay, but Arteta is... for me, I don't think it's worthy of saying, yeah, you are nominee for manager of the season, personally.
No, man. I feel like that's great. So explain and do it in regards to Arteta and Thomas Frank. Why Thomas Frank deserves a nominee?
Because I feel like Thomas Frank, to keep them in the league as comfortably as he has, unbelievable achievement, in my opinion.
What do you mean as comfortably? Everton on...
No. Yeah, I get they are close, but I mean, like, at no point this season has they've gone... Brentford might get dragged in. I disagree. At no point have I ever thought Brentford are in danger of going down to the Championship.
I have.
So, for me, the fact that that's happened and Thomas Frank has been, and they've picked out some big scalps at home, I feel like the fact that conversation
picked up all the relegation teams have picked up big scalps, brother. Everton beat
but
us
for me,
and
my
Chelsea.
man's not a relegation team. My man's not a relegation candidate. For me, they've not been in that conversation.
They have.
For me, not.
They have.
So for me, saying they've not been in that conversation with that team is a ridiculous achievement. And downplaying that, I think, is a mad thing. So,
bro, it's not even about downplaying it, though. It's not downplaying it.
I feel like Thomas Frank's name there is not... And I'm not necessarily saying you're crazy because you're saying Arteta. I just disagree that...
I think you're crazy for putting
because of Spurs and United, how bad they've been, and now we're praising Arteta for being there and thereabouts.
Well, you gotta do your business.
And they've done their business.
They're doing it,
and it's
unfortunately
going to be in and around what I believe has been a shocking Spurs season and a shocking United season. So for me, I don't think that's worthy of the nominee.
What a shocking Chelsea season as well.
It's not been great.
Is it a shocking Chelsea season?
In terms of the squad they have, yes.
No. Is it a shocking?
Yes.
So it's a shock. So basically,
I said at the start of the season on another conversation, I said Chelsea are going to win the league. In my opinion, that's what I thought. I thought they were going to be there or thereabouts, and I said at they're going to win it with Lukaku. All of this to be 18 points behind Liverpool, and I think obviously add 4, so 20 odd behind City. For me, that Chelsea side, the manager, winning the Champions League is a disgrace. Personally.
What's the...
So then now me
what's the
saying...
conversation about if Roman was still in, he'll be getting his P45?
He'll be in trouble. Personally. There's a conversation to be had. So for me to then say those 3 teams have been disgraceful, and then Mikel Arteta's going to get it, he has to get the job done. He has to do what he has to do. And then say, oh, he's been brilliant, when I think their team is of quality, it don't sit right.
But that's the difference. That's the difference between me and you,
but I don't think
but that's the difference between me and you, though, because I don't think their team is as quality as you think. Secondly, I'm an advocate of you need to beat what's in front of you. They're projected, and this is one of the reasons why I started thinking, he deserves a shout there still. Bro,
I agree
17 points.
I agree with that.
They might not hit that because right now I think they're on 68, 67 or 68, one of them.
I'm 5. The players and the thing got 8. It's only 5. If it was 6 or 7...
I still think Pep, Klopp, Eddie Howe.
But I want to make this straight, though. I don't,
Arteta, Moyes.
But I don't think you're crazy for it. That's why I don't want you to think that I think you're chatting rubbish. I agree with what you're saying.
I'm getting it's a hard time getting my head.
But on a personal note, like I said, saying those 3 teams have been a disgrace for me. Do you get what I'm saying, or is it?
I get what you're saying, but it's like.
And with Thomas Frank,
this Arsenal team,
and with Thomas,
remember, we got to remember. Okay, so let me ask you a question. So, let me be realistic. It's hard to be realistic because I'm basically trying to ask you. So, a team that you don't really think was going to do something next season does it. Does your opinion massively not change on them based on the circumstances? Bro, you have to take your opportunity, you know. You have to be an opportunist.
And I agree.
So at the end of the day, whether or not Arteta is up against the worst team, United team that we've ever seen in our entire lives, and he's up against a toothless Spurs bottling side, and you get what I'm trying to say, and he's up against a Chelsea team that we can all see with our eyes haven't been great this for the course of the season, apart from the start. Do you not say to yourself, well done, fair play, 8th, brink of 4th, brink of Champions League football? You deserve some praise. It doesn't matter. For me, in this type of situation, it don't matter about what other teams are doing. Bro, it's a competitive league, bro. You stink. That's your business. Get out of the door.
But for me, that plays a part in my decision.
I hear it. But
because if United have gone 70...
so you're basically saying Arsenal, if Arsenal get top 4, it's a false positive.
I think they'll get a shock next season in the Champions League. In what you just said, it's a false dawn in my opinion, because you're qualifying when really, if United were just even remotely okay, and Spurs with Kane and Son, or maybe if Conte started the season, they wouldn't be there. For me...
So are they in for a rude awakening next season?
In the Champions League? It depends who they do in the summer. But
like you said, because I rate their team. So surely 2 players...
No. Just because I rate their team, you got to understand their team, Ramsdale, Gabriel, White, Tierney, Tomiyasu, Saka, Smith Rowe. They're not Odegaard. They're not players that have been round the block, done their thing. They're young players. It takes time.
I'm surprised you said they only need 2 players,
Bro, I mean, when I say they only need 2 players, I mean in terms of if they get a top striker in the summer with a top centre mid in the summer, I look at that 11 and I go, that's a very good 11. And by the end of that summer, am I going, that's a better 11 than United?
Relax. This way you know what I mean?
That's my opinion.
I know if you're taking something.
No, that's my opinion.
Hey,
that's my opinion.
Just move on.
And the Spurs, Spurs, no, I'm not going to move on, because with Spurs is back 4 and Spurs is midfield, you got to start saying, okay, but the problem is they have to get that striker right. They have to get that midfielder right. And then they might not be in for a rude awakening. But for me,
just asking, bro.
Just because of how ridiculously poor the other teams have been around them, I know what you're saying. But for me, it's not enough to go over Thomas Frank. In my opinion.
Man said Thomas Frank like he's mounted a top half challenge. You know
what you're saying. Do what you're saying.
Man said it's
now you're
not
being silly.
Man said
Now
it's
to who? Thomas Frank. Bro, thank you. No, but for me, Thomas Frank has to get.
But for me,
that's fine. That's
he doesn't.
Fine. Okay, no problem.
Man said Thomas.
Go
Frank.
on. No. I'm tired. I'm tired.
Oh, now you want to move on?
No, because you're not.
Like, man.
It's going one
Move
ear
on
and
then,
out the
move
other.
on,
It's
move
going
on.
one ear the other.
No. Move on, man.
Team of the season. I would love to hear it.
I want to hear yours.
Mine. I think we can disagree. I mean, I think we can agree on a few. For me, the keepers. I think it was.
Before we start, team of the season. Honourable mentions.
They'll do that after when we've not named them.
Cool. So
Because I might name them. Yeah.
in goal,
Right, full house. Alisson. Same at right back. Trent.
we
I wanna-
touched on Alisson and Trent.
Oh, yeah, we have. I said earlier Robertson was in mine. You mentioned Cancelo in yours. So then we've agreed on Laporte. I'd love just quickly tell me why.
So during the course of the season, Diaz and Stones have had a lot of injuries. Maybe not the same amount or whatever, but it's been Laporte. I was hearing last season Laporte should obviously not be playing. It should be Diaz and Stones. You know what I mean? Remember when Stones and Diaz formed that partnership? When Diaz first came in, we were hearing Diaz and Laporte. You see what I'm trying to say?
Spot on. Nothing more to be
And
said.
Laporte, and this is what Pep does. He just has everyone waiting in the wins. Waiting in the wild.
And you've got to put your hands up to Aymeric, and he's been absolutely brilliant.
Chipped in 4 goals. It helps.
His passing statistics as well is just ridiculous.
Mhm. So, I feel like it's a no-brainer putting Laporte in.
His partner. Laporte's partner.
Diaz. Stones.
No. On your team.
Oh, for me. It's mad because he knows what I think of back three tax. I feel like if it was a back three, Rudiger would have got shifted in mind still. But just because he's not make like, you see with Rudiger, I can't really put you in the team of the season when you've played well, but your back line still have conceded a lot of goals. You see what I'm trying to say?
The same about Thiago Silva.
See what I'm trying to say? So it's like, I can't look past Van Dijk. Personally,
I hate. Another honourable mention in Joel Matip. The guys,
100%.
The guys put in. I was tempted to put him in, but yeah, Van Dijk. I can't really disagree with that.
Yeah.
I can't really disagree with that.
Nah, Matip, big honourable mention.
for me,
Rudiger, big honourable mention.
I think we've named the same apart from one.
Robert and Cancelo.
No, yeah. But the rest. So we've gone Salah,
Yeah.
De Bruyne.
No, but formation. You know what I mean? I went for 4-4-2.
I went for 4.
Come on, man.
4-4-2. 4-4-2 as well.
Yeah.
I had
so
to.
you're a copycat like
I had to. No. Because
No problem. No problem.
I think Salah, you can't ignore his goals and assists. He's top of both. You can't. Again, he's not been the best since he's been knocked out by Egypt in both competitions. But you can't.
What are you saying? He's been having.
Bro, there was a stat yesterday where 21 games. I think the last 21 games he scored 1 non-penalty goal. It's not good, and it was against United.
What are you saying? That, you know, if you want a gift, just walk forward to the gates of Old Trafford, and
you'll get the gift.
We'll cater for you. You know what I mean?
But
Salah, Coutinho.
You can't ignore
Many
his.
names.
You can't ignore his influence. He's top of both. Get assist and goals. You can't just.
Yeah.
De Bruyne, we know that.
Best.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, best centre mid.
Rice, we spoke on. I think Son, to do what he's done, he's catapulted this Spurs side to anywhere near a top 4 fight.
When Kane wasn't playing as well as he could in the season.
Ronaldo, you mentioned earlier. For me, Jared Bowen in man instead of Sadio Mane. I think he's been absolutely brilliant. Outside of the top 6, I think he's been the best player in the league. 10 goals, 12 assists, Europa League run, big goals in the Europa League. Today, 2 goals against City. I don't even think it's up for debate, and he's well worth his nominee in the player of the season. I think he's been absolutely brilliant. And the big clubs should be circling. So, we got pretty similar teams, but for me, I went with Jarrod Bowen and Andy Robertson. But yeah, that's another vid on Feel the Play TV. I hope you like that one. Let us know your thoughts on if you disagree with anyone, if we missed anyone out, if anyone slipped our minds. But yeah, let us know in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll have something for you next week. So stay tuned.